Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. You know who it is. It's Miss Angel Baby. I'm back with another video, y'all. Today we're going to be reacting to J. Michael's video that he did about Love by Erica. So before we get started, if you are new here, don't be new here, be true here. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you're all subscribed, join the family, and make sure you hit the bell so anytime we drop a video, y'all gonna be notified. Period. Okay, y'all, so we just gonna go ahead and get started with it. So when J. Michael first started off, y'all, he's basically was just like saying that Love by Erica, she's a master manipulator. Like she's actually trained, in being a manipulator. And he says, being a cop or whatever, that's the training you go through. Because, you might find yourself in a certain situation to where you feel like you got to get out, because your life is on the line. So I'm like, that's a good thing. I'm like, I never really thought about that, y'all. Like, I thought about other different scenarios, but I never really thought about that. So I'm like, let me see. So y'all know Miss Angel Baby, I went to Google. Y'all, they were like, yeah, we teach them how to basically, like, once scenario that they use, y'all, they will use manipulation tactics to get someone to confess, but we see that all the time. They'll go online and be like, oh, such and such said this, or such and such said you told, you know what I mean? And they're like, So we already know that. So I was like, yeah, he is right. So, when J. Michael was talking about her being a cop, y'all, so I really had to go back. So, like, he's talking about, Love by Erica, like how she doesn't take accountability for a lot of things, and basically if her audience, you guys, her fans, if you guys would stop lying to her, telling her, girl, they hating on you, or, just whatever, just be honest with her and let her know when she's messing up. J. Michael seems to think that she'll take accountability. So, I went back and I wanted to see, I was like, what happened with the whole situation with Love by Erica, being a cop, like, because I never really went and dig, bitch. I know me, I'm so nosy. So I had a little bit of time. So I went and I checked. And apparently, I guess this girl let somebody use her cop card and they had the badge and all this other stuff. But to make a long story short, I was watching this interview with Love by Erica. She was being interviewed by this young lady. And this girl was in there telling everybody, like, it was not my fault at all. She was like, no way. Like, she was basically like zero accountability. People were like, it's your fault. And I mean, those comments were crazy. But she took zero accountability, y'all. And literally, it looked like that interview was 3 years ago. Fast forward to this day. That's why this is important. Love by Erica still takes zero accountability for anything. People been telling her, you know what I'm saying? Get your act together. You think she gonna listen? No, she ain't gonna listen. This is what she does. You know what I mean? Sometimes I get to thinking if Love by Erica thinks she's in a movie and she's the star, but I'm saying, she's just writing all her little crazy scenes. But anyway, that's enough of that. So then J. Michael goes on and he's, talking about how everybody has a fault in this whole situation. He also says that, Mr. Crocker basically, he be flip-flopping. Like, one minute he be mad, then he be happy, then he be sad. Basically described, he said basically multiple personalities. Like, he be switching up. So I'm like, oh, okay, that's kind of weird. Like, that's something like, I know that maybe we've thought that, but to actually hear somebody say it that actually knows him, that's different. That's kind of, that explains a lot. So then J. Michael goes on to say that Love by Erica basically targeted Mr. Cryer and Mucker. He said that, she targeted Mr. Cryer, because, she was familiar with his son, and his status, with all his money and fame and everything. And this was something that Love by Erica wanted, so she went after Cryer for it. And then when it was all burnt out with Cryer, she went over to Mucker because she could see the potential in him possibly making the bag.
Gotcha, bitch.
Yeah. He also told Lil by Erica she need Jesus. Now I could possibly see the situation where maybe she did see his son and was like, oh, I can't get with the son because he got a wife, but maybe I can go for his daddy.
Clearly, they didn't get the memo.
It could be a possibility, Yeah. In my opinion, I feel like that could be a possibility. Now, on the other hand, telling people they need Jesus, like, that's not right. You can't tell people they need Jesus. Or you could turn to Jesus. He basically, talk to Jesus. That could be your best help, But J. Michael seems to think that maybe there's more going on with Love by Erica. He also mentioned the fact that, if she don't get her act together, I'm saying, she might lose those kids. And in my opinion, I mean, that could be a possibility. You know what I'm saying? Especially considering the fact that everything that's been done over the years. And I mean, Love by Erica, yeah, she does a lot of videos and she's done a lot of stuff that, wasn't so good and everything like that. She erased those videos, but like that stuff stays forever. You got people out there that screen recorded that stuff. They got that stuff saved in their hard drive, and they're just saving that stuff for a rainy day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I mean, when you are in the public eye, you really have to watch how you move. And like she kind of like it would have brought it on herself because she's running to the internet with everything. It's like you can keep something for yourself. You know what I mean? So that way you'd be like, oh, when did Love by Erica get arrested or whatever? I just threw that out there. Or anything. You'd be like, oh, just go back to that video and you'll see it. So, also, J. Michael basically just says that, Love by Erica, that Mucker is a good father. He was a father to your son when you were with him. Kids that weren't even his. So, J. Michael's basically saying, like, that he'll be a good father. So why are you trying to point him out to be a bad father in public? And I have my opinion on that. With that, Mucker painted himself out to be a bad father in that instance with Love by Erica. Reason being, at first he wasn't coming out, he wasn't saying anything. Only thing that we saw was just this man got up and left this pregnant woman and played this game. Because that's what it looked like. It looked like a game they were playing. And so it looked like, he just left her. Just left her in the dark. Like, I don't care Yeah, you're pregnant. She was going through stuff. She was having health problems. Still nothing. Nobody's saying he has the rubber feet. So and not just that. She had some proof. She came out with some kind of proof for some of the things. Well, most of the things. She had some kind of proof. And then what I do see J. Michael saying is that she's a manipulator. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that she is a manipulator. But let me tell you guys what we heard in those videos. We heard a manipulator. Another master manipulator, Mucker himself. J. Michael said that Erica really didn't care about Mucker. She might have liked him, but she really didn't care about him like that. But she loved Crier. I'm pretty sure she probably has some kind of feeling more than just like. Because you could kind of like tell, like a woman knows. You know what I'm saying? Like we know. You know what I'm saying? I think that she's seeing like this. Maybe this white picket fence with Mucker. Something that she probably did see in him that she thought that she could have. Stability. So yeah, J. Michael said, you know, basically for security. You know what I'm saying? Well, basically money, whatever. But I think it's just like the overall picture. You know what I'm saying? Me being a woman, it's just the overall idea of that life, that happiness, that family. But this is not the way to do it. So with that, in that sense, I have to disagree with J. Michael. Because, I mean, there's a lot of things in his video that I really do disagree with. I really do. I also disagree with the fact that J. Michael was saying that, you know, with Erica being a manipulator or whatever, she's manipulating men. Okay, I get that one time maybe, okay, that could be a manipulation. But when you've seen her history and you already know how she is, how can you be manipulated? How can a grown ass man be manipulated? And J. Michael says that, you know, some of these games that Love by Eric is playing could possibly get somebody hurt physically. You know, we don't want to see that happen, but it is not all Love by Erica. And he did say that. But in a sense to where he understood why Mucker had to come out and bash her because she bashed him. Again, what about taking accountability for your own actions? He didn't have to come out and say the things he said. He didn't have to come out and say, y'all, guess what? She be talking about y'all.
Really, nigga?
He didn't have to say that. There was a lot of stuff he didn't have to say. But he made a choice to say it. So that you don't call that manipulation? When you come to in front of a camera and you start breaking things down like that, saying things like that, that's manipulation too, but that's manipulation too. Okay, so then J. Michael went on to say that Mr. Crier got upset because Love by Erica took the baby to go see his pappy. Mr. Mucker. Now, if Mr. Crier had like stepped up, then I could say, oh, that's wrong. You know what I'm saying? You gave him this position. Now you're taking it away. And you already said what you're going to say set in stone. But you know what this is? At the end of the day, this is this man's baby. And you didn't sign the birth certificate, which by law, I mean, you couldn't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't come commit a crime and then put it on tape and then... So, obviously, yeah, it's for entertainment purposes. You guys. So, everything is for entertainment purposes. Y'all remember that?
Okay.
But anyway, y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna end this little video. I like to know y'all thoughts, y'all opinions on it. The whole situation to me is just that, yeah, Love by Erica does have some fault in these situations, but everything cannot be pinned on her. Which J. Michael said that it wasn't, but in all reality, when he broke everything down, everything was pointed at her. It was like she's manipulating these men. You know, it's because of her. Somebody's gonna get hurt. So and then J. Michael did go on in this video this time to say that nobody was listening. So maybe he was right. Maybe I actually wasn't listening to the words of the last video, but I sure heard the words in this video, and I gotta say I was kind of taken back because everything was with the compliment was a but. You know, with everything. You're a nice young lady, but everything is but a but. Like, you're a good person, but you gotta stop. Well, but. You know what I'm saying? That's just like an apology. Like, you go and apologize, but then you say but. Everything before that is non void. Period. Well, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up, y'all. Thank you for watching. I want to know your thoughts, your opinions, everything. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Until next time, y'all. Peace out.
Go, go, go.